Welcome to Front-End Web Development. In this video, we will learn about topic 2, that is binding events. How do you bind event handlers in React? Let's create another component, create a fresh component. Let me call this as an counter.js, where on clicking something, it should up its value. This time, to better understanding, I would like to use class component. So let us write class something like counter extends react.component. Within this, let's have the constructor where you'll maintain your states. This usually receives in a props manner. Constructor spelling is correct. One second. There. Now, super props. Now, let us have this dot state equals some value. I would like to start with this dot value, or no, here we will maintain only the value colon 0, initial value of it, right? So let's create an render method which will try to render something where I would like to return on button click button. I would like to have click me here, click me, where on click is an event. I should bind. This is what I'm talking about, binding a function here. This dot handle click. Don't go away. This is not that easy to do this. Since it is a class component, this dot handle click. Let me write an handle click function here. Handle click, which is a function. So which tries to update our state. So this dot, how do you access the state? This dot state dot value. This dot state dot value. Take that value to something const current value. Now try to update this one. This dot set state. We learned this all in the state management. What do I want to update? Value equals current value plus 1. This is how we update our value, right? So let's try to render that part as well. This dot state dot value. I would like to show this one on division. Let me try to put this into the division part, right? So since it is more than 1, let me have a fragment, empty fragment. Here you go, right? So this one, let's look into this. Let's call upon this counter in app. Let me comment out the event above one. I'm calling component 1, component of counter. Yes, it should come up. Did not pick it up. 1 second. Counter. Why so? I did not export it. That's an obvious one. Export default counter. Yes. There. Let's try to import it. There. If you do not export there, we cannot import it. Right? Let's head back to the part. React is not defined, line 123. Mm, let me import the React. Import React from React. Oh, we should not see that one. Yeah, you see, clicking. You see this one? This is not uncaught runtime errors. This is expected, as expected. This is because this is because um, in JavaScript, the value of this, where in the code, the value of this, I'm not referring to the state here, any kind of this keyword is determined dynamically based on how a function is called. So this behavior sometimes leads to an unexpected result. That's what we happened here, right? Clicking on it. So when you pass a method as an event handler here, this is trying to um, talk to an on click handler here, like that is like handle click, this dot handle click. This method loses its original content, and this may not refer the component instance as expected. So for this purpose, we need to ensure that this refers to the component instance, not then functional instance, right? This handle click instance. So what should I do that? Binding that to do that, we need to use a binding. How do I write that? Just write here this dot handle click also should be in the constructor equals this dot handle click dot bind to the this. This is all what we need. Now let's try to run our code. Click me. You see that? Just one line of statement, please. So that this is not coming from another thing, and this also should be binded in a constructor so that the state or the props, the value which you are trying to maintain should be binded according to the event. So to do that, please concentrate on the line 5. This dot handle click, I'm referring to the handle function over here. Handle click function should bind to the this. That's how you bind it, please. You can do it with the arrow functions as well, whichever you feel comfortable, go with it. Let me do with an arrow function. So let me write an arrow function here, this part, comment out this. Let's look at to that. You know that it's from the 0 again, like this. So whichever you feel comfortable, go with it, please. This is how you bind it, please. If it is in class components, it's a very important to write this line of code. If it is in functional component, the general binding will happen normally. The only point you need to remember that should be enclosed in curly braces. That is all for this video. See you in the next video.